Okay, so still now we have seen about variable data types, and then what is the difference between a global and local variable. Functions we have seen, and then what is the difference between static and non-static, and then how to utilize them we know. Then we saw about string concatenation, how to use post, increment and decrement we have seen, constructors, and then static and non-static blocks we have seen. What is the difference between a method overloading? Functions with actually what the return type, functions with argument we have seen. Functions with arguments are method overloading. Okay. Then we have seen the usage of string class also. Substring, and then equals, ignore case, split, all those things we have seen in the string class. So today we are going to see about the if conditions, loops, and then final keyword, all those stuff. So first we will finish the basics. So what is the usage of final keyword, and then the scanner class we will see. Then we'll come to the if conditions and then the loops. Okay. So what is the final keyword? Give me a minute. Let me open. We'll see for final keyword. I have created a class. I just want to change the class name. Right click on the class, then go to refactor, then rename. So always when we want to change the name of the class or a package or a project, we have to right click on the specific folder or a file. Then after that you have to give the rename, refactor rename, because then only it will apply everywhere. So now I have integer I is equal to 10. Then if I print so I, it will print me actually what? The value of I. Then I can again rechange it to I equal to 20. Then if I print it so I, what will happen? The replaced value it will come. See, first is 10. Then we have replaced actually what? Okay, the value of I to 20. Then we are printing the I value, that is 20. Correct? The same thing if I have static int x is equal to 100, then int y is equal to 200. Okay, I need to replace the value here. First, if I want to print it, so always static members will be represented with the help of class name dot x. That will print for you the x value as 100. Got it? Then next actually what? I want to print y. So if I create an object, final keyword, then sysO obj1 dot y. That will print me actually what? The y value as 200. Correct? Okay. So now if I want to replace the value, what I will give, so x value if I want to replace, the best way is actually what? To refer them with the help of class name dot x is equal to 150. Then obj1 dot y is equal to 250. then print the informations again. So I will just copy paste the same thing what we have instead of writing. This will print 150. The X value is actually what? 150. Same thing. So obj1.y. So this will print actually what? The Y value as 250. Got it? See, right click. Can you see? The first time the I value was 10. I replaced it to 20. Then after that it prints me 20. Then I'm printing the X value, that is 100. Then the Y value, that is 200. Then next actually what I'm replacing the values to 150 and 250. For X is 150, Y is 250. Then I'm printing the X value and then Y value 150 and 250. That is the replaced value. I got it now. Got it right? Any questions so far for anyone?
Yeah. But what is this final keyword you told?
That's a class name. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Got it right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a class name.
It's
Yeah.
again like reassigning to the variable, value to the variable, right?
Correct. Correct. I'm reassigning the value. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one thing. Okay. So next. So now we have actually what's seen how to replace the informations. So here, what is that actually? What our final keyword actually? What is good? So final keyword here is a class. So let me make it in a way so that you will not confuse. I will rename the class as final keyword usage. So here, if I give I have another method here. J is equal to 20 or 50. This one, if I give here J is equal to 70, it will work. But the same thing here, if I give here as final int J is equal to 50. Got it? So now what will happen? It will throw me an error. Why? Because once you have given a keyword called final, during the execution time, you cannot replace the value of it. Okay? You cannot replace the value of the final keyword. That is not possible. Understood, guys?
Yeah. So
This
final means this is the last value of assignment of that variable.
correct. We
So
cannot
we cannot
replace it.
just do this.
That's enough. Same thing actually. What if I give here final for the static? Can you see? Final keyword you cannot replace. Same for the non-static also. So whenever if it is final, the time you assign, the first assignment only it will take. So second time you cannot replace their information. Got it? Final keyword when you give, you cannot replace the value during the execution time. Only once you can assign for them, you cannot reassign the values for it.
Yeah.
Understood, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any questions for anyone on this? So that's it about the final year. Okay. So we have seen for the final. Final is clear, right? It's so simple. Just actually what you cannot replace the value there during the execution time. So next we will see for the scanner class. So for scanner class, I'll just open. Already we have. Okay, so here What is the scanner class here? It will do means so simple. Scanner class, what it will do means during my actually what execution time, I want to pass an input to my variable. During the execution time, I want to pass an input to my program. So that time we will use actually what scanner class. Good. So during the execution time, if I want to pass an input to the program, we can use scanner class. So what we are doing here, if you see, I have a non-static. So this one is nothing. I'm not using it. Okay, see. So scanner class is my class name. Okay, so I'm creating an object. So that also is not needed right now. I'll remove it. Okay, see here. System.println, enter the number. Okay, scanner in is equal to new scanner system.in. So what this is going to do means, okay, I'm creating an object for the scanner. Okay, what is that scanner means? It's a class, inbuilt class coming from java.util package. Okay, so I'm creating an object for that class. There I'm passing actually what to the constructor and argument system.in. Okay, so now what will happen? It will go and call the constructor and then it creates an object for the scanner class, so I can access the methods or the variables, public methods and the variables which is available in the scanner class. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Next, in the scanner class, we have lot of methods over there. See, in dot, next integer, byte, short, decimal, big integer means that very bigger number, longer number. Same for the decimal also, bigger numbers, boolean, double, float, like that. Whatever it is there, I can pass. So right now I'm going to pass actually what an integer value. Okay, so in dot next int, what will happen? It will stop the program here and then it will say pass me an input. Then that input will be stored in the x variable. Then in dot next int, stop the program here, ask me for an input. Once I enter the input, that will be stored in the y variable. Then it will print the x and y variable. Then after that here we are using an if condition. So what is this if condition? Okay, so if else conditions, what it will do means, okay, if my condition is true, it will execute this if condition. If the condition is false, it will check for an else if conditions. So if this else if condition, if it is perfectly if it is the condition is true, it will execute this come out. In case if this is also false, go to the next else if condition. If it is true, it will execute this. If it is false, come to the else condition. So none of the if and else if conditions are not executed. If they are not executed, then the else condition without any step, it will execute this. Got it? That's what an if else condition will do. So any one condition satisfies the if or else if that will be executed and come out of the entire else if conditions. If none of the if and then else if conditions are matched, then only else condition will be executed for me. Okay.
And that scanner in equal to, no, that is a standard format, right? In is the object created for that scanner by utility, right? Or we are giving.
Yeah, we are creating an object for the scanner class. What is a scanner means? Is an inbuilt class which is coming from the java.util package. So what does that means? See here, we have the GRE system library coming for a project whenever we create. Correct?
Okay.
Here we have a package called java.util. Okay, these are all inbuilt classes. So in this we have actually what a class name called scanner.
Okay.
So there we have a lot of methods which is written inside. Okay.
Okay.
So these things are what we are trying to access it now. Got it? So instead of I am writing the code, okay, so that is actually what get me an input, stop the program and get me an input. So I have to write actually what 20 lines of code for that. Instead of that, what I'm doing is already pre-written code is there under the scanner class. So I'm utilizing that. That's the one thing. Got it right?
Yeah, Moni.
Good. So now if I run the program, seeing right click run as Java application. So enter the number. Then after that, it actually what stopped the program in this place. Okay. So it's asking me for an input. So I'll pass 100. See, when I'm typing in input over there, that will be in green color. Whatever it's printing over there will be in black color. So this 100, it will be stored under the X variable now. Then again the next information for in next int. So 200 I'm passing. That will be again stored to the Y variable now. Then it prints X and then Y. Then X percentile of 2. What is that it's doing means, so divided by 2. So what that will do, and I'm just taking it. So what is my X value right now? Here it is 100. Correct. So 100
Yeah.
percentile of 2. What is that it's going to do means, see here.
Yeah, 50. It will
Yeah. 100 divided by 2. That means what it's going to do? I'm trying to divide 100 by 2. So 50. 50s are actually what? 100 when we divide by 2. The remainder is 0.
0.
So 100 divided by 2, my value will be what? 50. The
50.
quotient is my value. The quotient is my value here. Correct? The same thing if it is actually what? 100 percentile of 2. What is that output means? That is my remainder.
Remainder.
Yes. So that will be 0 here. Got it? So here right now, what I'm doing right now here means I want to find whether a number is a even or not.
Okay.
How I can check whether a number is even or not means anything divided by 2. If it is divided, then it's a even number. Got it?
Yeah.
So it's a simple max over there, which we know already. So anything
Yeah.
divided by 2 will be actually what? If it is the remainder is 0, it's a even number. So that's what I'm applying the logic here. See, if 100 percentile of 2, the remainder is 0, it's a even number. Yes, for me 100, the remainder was 0. So that's why it executes the if condition. Got it? Then after that comes out of it. So once if condition satisfies, none of the else if or else condition will not be executed. Got it? The same thing once
Yeah.
again when I run, enter the number. I will just give 55 and then 50. Now X is what actually what is going to verify here. So 55 percentile of 2 is the remainder is 0? No, it is
No.
1. It goes to the else if condition. 55 percentile of 2 is not equal to 0. Yes, it is not equal to 0 because it is 1. It's an odd number it will print.
It's a odd number. It will print.
Got it right?
Yeah.
Any question for anyone on this? Got it right? Good. So that is about the scanner class. Okay, so simple. Just we are trying to actually what get an input during the execution time. Okay, and this is if condition. So if condition is nothing. It's like actually what we are going to give a condition and then verify whether actually what it is going to work fine or not. Okay, so right now the basics is what we have seen for the if else condition. So we will see in detail when we go for the logics. Logical building we will be doing Fibonacci and then prime number, all those things. So there we will see more usage of the if condition in real time. Okay. So next we will go for the loops. Before that we'll have a short break for 5 minutes. Then after that we will just continue with the loops.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. So again by 8:15 we will again connect. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you. Hello. Hey, hi, Shailaja. We'll continue the
Yeah,
session.
I'm
Yeah. So now we are going to see for actually the loops. What are the different kinds of loops we have? We will see first the basics. Then after that we'll go. So and then why we need loops. That is also we have to see right now. So if I'm going to want to print 1 to 100, so 1. So we have to print 1 to 5. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now let me run, right click, run as Java application. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is one way actually what we have to print. So if I want to print actually what 1 to 100, is it possible I can actually what give the same system.println 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is actually what going to get a lot of L of code over there, which is not a good practice to go for it. Okay. So what is the best way to go for it means? Okay. See now. I can use loops here. The first loop which came into the industry is while loop and do while loop. So how to use it? So simple. So while, before that, so what are things while loop needs means? While loop needs one condition. So while, and then I need to give a condition. Okay, that's it. So this is the syntax for the while loop. Okay, here I need to give a condition. So now what is that I want to print? I want to print 1 to 5. So that means I need to give an information where to start the loop, where to end the loop. Got it? So here I will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? So where to start the loop? Loop starts by where?
1.
1. Loop ends by where?
5.
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So are we doing any increment or decrement here?
Yeah, increment is
Yes, we are doing an increment by plus 1. Correct?
Yeah.
So these are the three things actually what we need to know when we're starting the loop. So
Yeah.
it's like this. So I need actually what a loop to be started from 1. So I'll have a variable integer I is equal to 1 initially.
Yeah.
Okay. Then after that I should have a condition while my I value. So I value is what right now it's 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So I is less than or equal to 5. Till that
5.
it needs to run the loop.
I plus plus.
Here I need to give system.println I. Then here I should give I plus plus. So that increments my I value. Got it right? That's the thing I need to do here. I should have a variable because loop starts from 1. Yeah. Then loop ends from actually what? 5. I is less than or equal to 5 till that run it. Then I want to print it scissor I. Then here I need to give I plus plus. See, I will get the same output now also. 1 to 5. Now what's the thing? If I want to increase it 1 to 50, just one small change, 50 I will make it. See? Yeah. So easy for me. That's the advantage of using the loops here. Clear it? So in case if I give my I value as 10, now will the loop will run?
No. It search for begins 1, right?
Correct.
Less
so
than equal to, yeah, a condition will not be satisfied.
Correct. Only if the condition satisfies, it goes into the while loop. Otherwise, while loop will not be executed for us. Got it? So there are some places actually what in real-time situations, we need to run the loop at least once, even if my condition satisfies or not. So those places we should use do while loop. So while loop, only if condition satisfies, it will execute. So Do while loop, what it will do means, even if my condition does not satisfy, at least once it will run the loop. See now, integer j is equal to 1. Same concept. So do while this is the place I should have the condition here. Got it? So while loop, it starts with while. Do while loop, it starts with do and then ends with while. Then here the condition I need to give, I is less than or equal to 5. Okay, so this one, it's a j. I'm using j, so I'm using j here. I'll give scissor the j value. Then here j plus plus. So initially, actually, what is my j value?
1.
1. So it comes to the do loop.
Yeah, to print 1 and then it will increment.
Correct. It prints 1. So there is no condition check here. Then after that, actually, what the j value, it prints as 1. Now it's incrementing to 2.
2.
Now 2 is less than or equal to 5. So this is the way actually what it works. The first time actually what loop does not have any condition check.
Yeah.
Only for the second instance actually what the condition check will be done.
Yeah.
So then after that actually what it goes here. Then actually what it prints 2. Now actually what j value will become as 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5? Yes.
Yeah.
Prints me 3, becomes as 4. 4 is less than 5. Prints me 4. Then it become as 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Prints me 5. Now it become as 6. So now 6 is less than or equal to 5. No. Comes out of the loop.
Yeah.
Got it right? See, I will just print it. Right click, run as Java application. See, first time we are not printing anything because it starts from 1, right? 10. So here, do while loop, it prints me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same thing. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, in case if I give the j value as 10, now can you tell me what will happen now for the do while loop?
First it will go for do loop and it prints j equal to 10. So
correct.
Now j plus plus is 11. So 11 is not equal to 5. So it will come out of this.
Super. That's
only
it.
It print.
Do while loop, at least once it will be executed for us at any point of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So this is about while and then do while loop. The next is actually what we have, for loop.
Only after for loop, I want to ask one question. Which is better to use? Which loop is more preferred? I always see more people will use for loop, but while is less used. That's why. Yeah.
Because for loop actually what is a standard loop. Okay, it's a standard loop. So where actually what we will not make mistakes there. Okay. So what does that means? Right now we will not make mistakes. All those things means it's so simple. So right now when you see this loop over there, what are the important things that we have here? If you see, one, we need an initialization. That is where the loop should start. For that initialization, one variable is needed. Correct?
We need a start value. Yeah, start value and end value.
Correct. So end value also actually what? It depends on the condition.
Okay.
Correct. So that is we first need a place where to start. Then based on the condition where to stop the loop. Then we need an increment or a decrement. Correct. So these three things are actually what mandatory. In case if I forgot to actually what keep this increment over here, what will happen now?
You go to infinite loop, I think.
Yes, it becomes as a infinite loop. See, it prints as 1, 1, 1, 1, infinite loop. So that's a problem when we are using actually what while and do while loop. But in for loop, that can be avoided because so we know we need a loop starting place. That is what here integer I is equal to 1. Where to start the loop? Then where to end the loop? It depends on the condition. So I is less than or equal to 5. Then do I need to do an increment or a decrement? That also we will have here. Got it right? So this one as of now I'll make it as k. So where to start the loop, where to end the loop, and then whether I need to do increment or a decrement. That's what. That's why everyone suggests actually what to use for loop only. Got it? That answers your question for you.
Yeah.
Shailaja?
And one more question only.
Yes.
So these are mandatory in for loop, all the three variable values, or we can leave. If we leave any value here, it will go to again the same how while views
See,
infinitely.
now actually what I'm using, I'm not using the increment. Okay. See now what happens. Got it? It went to for an infinite loop. Got it? So here also actually what if you miss out something actually what it goes for an infinite loop for you. Got it, right? You have an option to actually what to not use increment or decrement. But if you miss out, for sure you're going to go to an infinite loop.
Yeah.
But syntax level, it makes sure actually what you're not forgetting it.
Yeah. So say, than while and do while, this is better in syntax wise usage where we can
Yes,
directly add all the values.
correct. That's the main thing. Understood, right? Any questions for anyone on this? Good. So this is about actually what? The for loop. The next. Okay. So we have seen about actually what the usage of the while loop and for loop. So logic building we will do. So logic building, I'm just thinking actually what to start from the next week as we don't have any participants here. So we will start with actually what uh, the logic building by the next week. So let me go for the other things. Arrays we will start. So what are this arrays and then how to use it? So I have a class called arrays usage. Okay. So still now how we are doing actually what one value into a memory location. Correct? Integer I is equal to 1 like that. So now I want to store multiple values in a memory location. So how to do that? That is what we're going to see. See, for that it's so simple. Integer I is equal to, then I'll give 10 comma 20 comma 30. Got it? So now what's happening over here means I'm trying to store multiple values over here. Okay, so here it's throwing me error. What does that means? Okay, make that integer with a square brace. So that means when you're trying to store multiple values, always it should be an array. So we have to give square braces for the variable. Anything represented with square brace, that we can clearly come to know it's a array. Got it? Anything comes with the square brace, it's an array here. So array is actually what this will do means so simple. When I give it like this, integer I equal to 10, 20, 30. What will happen? It creates me a memory location 1, 2, 3. So totally 3 memory locations will be created for me. Three locations are created. What is the name of the memory location is? I. Then after that, the value will be stored in the first one is 10, then 20, 30. It will be 0, 1, 2 in 20, 30. Got it? I will be the name of the memory location. Understood? So now if I want to retrieve any values, so I want to print it. So CISO, I need to give I is the memory location name. So the 0, 1, 2, these things are called as index locations. So based on the index location, I should call them CISO I of 1, CISO I of 2. It prints 10, 20, 30. Got it? That's what it will be printed. Same thing here, we'll do. So we have created 3 memory locations. So if I want to print the values, CISO I of 0, CISO I of 1, CISO I of 2, 0, 1, 2. Click run as Java application. Prints me 10, 20, 30. Got it?
Yeah.
Same thing, I can also run a for loop. So where the loop starts 0 and then ends by 2. Correct? So here there is an option for me. CISO I dot. If I give length, that gives me the
Array length.
size of the array. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
It is 3. Got it? So that's what here it will do. So 3 is the size of the array. So now based on this, I can start the loop. So for integer I is equal to 0, because for me the index location starts with 0 and then
I plus I less than equal to 3.
So what is the information? Can you see? It's ends
Oh,
by
less than
2.
yeah.
That means I can give less than I dot length, because if I give less than or equal to I dot length means 3 also will be calculated. But I want to run 0, 1, 2. Okay.
So
Then
it will take a dynamic value. Yeah.
correct. Then I plus plus. Why? 0, 1, 2. It's incrementing by 1. Got it? So I'm giving actually what? So this one is, I'll make it as A so that it will be easy. Because here I have given for this one. That's right. So A dot length. Okay, what is the A value? 10, 20, 30. So that is 3 is the length of the array. So
Array.
less than the length of the array I should run, that is till 2. Start with 0, ends by 2. Then CISO, I need to give A is the array name, correct? So I should give A of 0, 1, 2 like that. Instead of that, I'm giving here A of I.
5. Yeah.
So that will be 10, 20, 30 like
30,
that.
30. Yeah.
So now let me run 10, 20, 30. Got it? Any questions?
No.
Got it? So that's it. That's it. The basics of arrays over there. So still we have to see more. So that is the basic of arrays over there right now. How to use arrays. Okay. So we have actually what single dimensional array and then 2-dimensional array. Okay. So now if I want to use different data types. So for example, now I can store only integer alone. So if I make it as string, I can store only string. If I want to store multiple data types, I can use object. Okay, see, object b is equal to 10. Sorry, a mistake. See, object B is equal to 10. So I'm storing and then I'm printing so B. What will happen? It will print me 10 here. Okay, just right click, run as. It prints me 10. The same thing if I give hello. Now what will happen? It will print me hello. Same thing if I give true, Boolean value will be printed. What does this object means? Object is the supermost class of all the classes in Java. Okay, where it will help you to actually what store multiple data types. Okay, you can store multiple data types over there. That's what. So we are going to use the help of that object array only.
So no need of defining as int or string like that, right? So it will avoid a confusion where
Correct.
we
So
can.
the thing is, if I give integer, what will happen?
Yeah,
Only integer values can be stored.
yeah.
If I use string, string values are going to be stored. So if I don't want to control it, that time
Mhm.
I can use actually what? Multiple so object array. So the objects is the way another variable data
Mhm.
type, which is a supermost class of all the classes in Java. Helps me to store
Okay.
multiple data types over there.
Okay. Which is most used in Java? Object defining or directly defining as the data types within the
Sorry.
string? Which is mostly used? Object.
No,
Uh,
that is very rarely we use the object array. If I want to, if I have a condition to store multiple data types, then only I will be using object array. So for
okay.
example, here if you see, I have object C is equal to, here I want to store 10 true 10.20 hello. So I want to store multiple data types. Got it? So only that point of time I'll be storing it like this. I'm reading a values from actually what one place where I'll be getting actually what multiple data types. Only those places actually what I'll be using actually what the object array.
Oh, okay. It's rarely used because all sort of things cannot be used in array.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Okay. So I is less than c dot length. Then I plus plus. Then I'm printing so c of I. So what this will do? This will print me 0, 1, 2, 3. So for that it prints me actually what 10 true 10.20 hello. Got it? It prints me true 10. Sorry, true is printed for this, right? Okay. I'm just giving it again so that will not be confusing you. See, it prints me 10 true 10.20 hello. The same order we are trying to print it. Got it?
Yeah.
Any questions on this?
No.
Good. So next is two-dimensional array. So before going to that, again, we'll have a short break and then after that we'll continue because arrays concept is important. Okay. So we'll have again a short 5 minutes break over there. 8:50 we will again connect. Then I'll tell you
Yeah.
about this two-dimensional array.
Little two-dimensional array, I will have confusion that.
No, no, it's so easy. I will just tell you the logic how to use it. It becomes easier
Okay.
for you to understand.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Good. Okay. A 5 minutes break, then we'll start.
Yeah. Sure.
Hey, Shilja. So let's continue the session. So now we are going to start with two-dimensional array. So go for new class. Two-dimensional array. So still now whatever we saw is a single dimensional. Single dimensional array means it will have single square brace. Two-dimensional array will have two square braces. Okay. So how? So simple. So once again we'll see what's a single dimensional array. Integer a is equal to 10, 20, 30. This is a single dimensional array, correct? So this is one way of actually what giving the array. The another way is what means integer a is equal to new integer. So I want integer array. So this one I'll make it as b, the different variable name, different array name. So now new integer b is equal to new integer. Then I need to give what is my length of the array. The length of the array is what? So right now I want 5. 5 is the length of the array. Got it? So b is equal to new int of 5. That's what I'm giving over here. Okay. So now if I just print sysO, a dot length is what? SysO. B dot length is what? If I print it,
3 and 5.
yes, 3 and 5. Because here I have stored 3 values, so that's why the length is a. Then here I have given 5, that's my length of the array is 5 here. Got it? So this is another way. The same concept right now we are going to use it for the two-dimensional array. So if I want to store values for the B array, how I need to give? B of 0th index is equal to 100.
Actually, yeah.
B of first
So B of 1 equal to
200. B of 2 is equal to 300. B of 4 is equal to 400. Oh, sorry, 3. My mistake. Okay.
3 and 4. 4 is the last.
B of 4 is equal to 500.
4.
Then if I want to print it, I can use a for loop for integer I is equal to 0, because loop starts from where? 0.
0. Yeah.
Ends by 4. What is the b dot length?
Array length. B dot length.
Correct. I can give.
So I less than equal to
b dot length.
Length I plus plus.
I plus plus. Super.
So b of I.
B of I. So that will print me 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Got it, right?
Yeah.
So this is how actually what we need to use actually what? The single dimensional array. So the same thing for the two-dimensional array, how to use it. Okay. So that's what we're using. So I will make this a single dimensional array. I'll create a new one. It's a single dimensional array or a one-dimensional array. I will create a new class called two-dimensional array. So we are given single dimensional array and then two-dimensional array. So the next thing right now, two-dimensional array we will see. So two-dimensional array, how it works. So integer a. So I need to give two square braces if it's a two-dimensional array is equal to new integer. Here Before there, actually what I gave the length of the array, right? So just one dimensional array. So one dimensional array will have actually what? Only the rows alone. Two dimensional arrays will have columns also. As like Excel sheet, we have rows and columns, right? See, in the Excel sheets, we have rows and columns. So only when we have rows, it is actually what? A single dimensional array. When we have both rows and columns, is a two-dimensional array. Got it, right? So how two-dimensional arrays works? So simple. How many rows I want? I want two rows and then three columns. Integer a is equal to new integer of 2 and 3. So now what will happen if I give two rows, three columns means? Two rows and then three columns. Two rows. So rows, it will be 0, 1, 0, 1. Got it, right? 0, 1, 2. So now if I want to store some values over here, so what I need to give, what is my array name? A. If I want to store here 0th row, 0th column. So 0th row, 0th column, I want to store 10.
Yeah.
If I want to store actually what here?
0, 1 bracket 0, 1 bracket 1.
No, here, in this place.
Yeah,
what
1.
is the row? 0th row.
0 and 1 column.
First column, 20. Yeah. Then if I want to store here?
0th row.
Yes.
2 column.
Second column.
Right.
Equal to 30.
30. Yeah.
Then A of here first row, 0th column.
0th column.
That is 40. A of first row, first column, 50. A of first row,
second column,
60. Got it? So 0th row, 0th column is what? 10.
Yeah.
Then 0th row, first column. 0th row, first column is
20. 20, 30.
0th row, second column is 30. First row, 0th column, that is
40.
40. First row, first column is 50. First row, second column is 60.
60.
Got it? So now if I want to print it for, so single dimensional array, single for loop, two dimensional array, two for loops. Okay, so
yeah,
one for rows, another loop for columns. We need to have two for loops here. One is for rows, another one is for columns. So before doing that, first we will get some logic. Okay, so rows level actually what, where it starts from where? 0th row, first column. Sorry, 0 and 1, correct? So always actually, so now actually what I want to print 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, correct? So this is what I want to print it. So for this, first let me get the logic. So 10 means what? 0th row, first column. So I will make here as I and then J. Two informations I will make it. So 10. zeroth row, zeroth column. Then next 20 is what? Zeroth row, first column. 30 is what? Zeroth row, second column.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
40 is what? First row.
1 0. First 0.
50 is 1,
1 1
1.
1
60 is 1 and 2.
2.
Got it? So now based on this, actually what I need to run the loop. Okay, so here if you see, what about this I, what about this J? Okay, so 0 1, that is what is an increment. Then after that, starts from where? Starts by 0,
Ends by
ends
1.
by 1. Okay, same thing here. And then 0 1. 0 1 means what? It talks about what? Rows.
Index.
Got it, right? Because 0 1 we have rows. 0 1 2 we have for columns. So same thing here. So 0 1 2 0 1 2. It's an increment or a decrement?
Increment.
Increment. Then starts by where? 0 and then
0
ends by what? 2.
2.
Starts by 0, ends by 2. Then it talks about rows or columns?
Columns.
Columns. Got it? So this is what first you need to take it. When you want to work on with a two-dimensional array, if you take this step first, then two-dimensional array is so easy for you. To form the loop is so easy. This is what first we need to do. Clear? Any questions on this, Shailaja? You're clear on this first part?
Okay.
Okay. So next thing. So now we have seen actually what? How to actually what? Get the logic. So this is what the logic here. Based on this actually what I know. So then 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 2 0 1 2. So 0 0 0 1 1 1. So it's a slower running loop. This is the next thing. Slow loop. Slow loops are always actually what? Outer loops. Got it? Then 0 1 2 0 1 2. It's a faster loop. So fast loop. Fast loops are always inner loop. Got it? So now outer loop is what? This one. So starts by where? 0, ends by 1. So I need to give for integer I is equal to 0.
0.
Start with 0, then ends
I.
by 0.
Yeah.
Less than or equal to
That
1.
array length. A dot length.
Correct. Superb. So I should give a dot length less than a dot length. So because 0 1, here I can give the a dot length will be what? 2 for me. So I
Yeah.
can give here less than a dot length so that it will run till 1. Got it,
Okay.
right? Then it's an increment I plus plus because it's an increment I plus plus. So based on this, we have written the outer for loop. See, incrementing it by 1, starts by zeros, ends by 1. Okay. Then it's a slower running loop. So that's why I mentioned in the outer loop. The next is actually what? The inner loop. So the inner loop. So for integer j is equal to starts from where?
0.
Then ends by where?
Ends by 2.
2. So that means actually
Yeah.
what? Ends by 2
I
means what?
less.
It's a that is column length.
Yeah.
So that means I can give I is less, sorry, j is less than
Less than.
column length is what? How to get means so simple. See here. So a dot length, what it will give? Gives the row length. The same thing if I want the length of the column means, so get any one row. So how many rows we have? 2 rows. That is 0th row, first row. Take any one row. Usually we'll take the header row. Okay. A of 0 dot length. Now what will happen? So for the zeroth row, what is the length of the column? Zeroth row, 1, 2, 3. So 3 will be print.
Okay.
Column length we want means take any one row and then for that get me the column length. When you directly give only the array name dot length, it's the row length. When you
Roll and
specify any row information, then it's a column length. For that row, what is the length? Got it right?
yeah.
So the same thing here. What I need to give?
A of zero
Zero dot length, correct.
length. Yeah.
So I can give actually what? A of zero dot length or A of one dot length because we have two rows. But usually we'll always go with the header row that is a zeroth row. Because length of
Okay.
column will be same for any of the rows. So I can give whatever I want, but usually the preferred one is go for the header row that will be the zeroth length. Then here J plus plus. Got it? So then here I just need to give SISO A of I and J. So A of I and then J. Okay. So it will print me I and the J information here. Got it? So now if we run the loop, so how the output will work, we'll see. So here I'll mention I and then here I'll mention J. So first time when I start the loop, so what is my I value? 0. So
Zero.
my I value is 0. So what is the A dot length?
Uh, Zero.
1, 2. 2 is the length of the
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
2. Got it, right?
Yeah.
A of 0 dot length is what?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Zero is
3
less
is the
than two. Yeah.
column length is 3, row length is 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Based on this only we are doing. So now 0 is less than 2. Yes.
Yes.
Comes inside the loop. Now J value. What is the J value right now?
Zero.
0. Got it? Then 0 is less than 3. Yes.
Yes.
Comes inside. A of 0 and 0. So for the A is what? My array name. 0th row, 0th column is what? 10. So 10
Ten.
will be printed as the output. Got it? Then
Yeah.
next actually what? The inner loop will continue. So my J value will be incremented to 1.
One.
So now actually what? 1 is less than 3? Yes,
Yes.
comes inside. So ing, 0th row, first column. 0th row, first column. That is what? 20. Then next actually what? J value will be incremented to 2. 2 is less than 3? Yes,
Yeah.
inside. So the J value will be 2. 0th row, second column. That will be what?
30.
30. Okay. Then after that, the J value will be incremented to 3.
3.
So 3 is less than 3?
Yeah, it's not.
It's
So
not. So comes out of the loop. Comes out of the inner loop. When it comes out of the inner loop, what will happen? This,
outer loop will be okay.
the J value will be deleted.
Definitely.
Then next actually what? The outer loop now actually what? I value will increment from 0 to
One.
1. 1 is less than 2? Yes.
Yeah.
Comes inside. Then again it starts 0.
Zero.
0 is less than 3? Yes. So first
Yes.
row, 0th column it is 40.
Mm.
Got it? Then next thing actually what?
Yeah.
First row, first column that is. So now J value will be incremented to 1. Okay. First row, 1 is less than 3? Yes. First row, first column is 50.
50.
Then it will
We
become as 2.
incremented by
2. So 2 is less than 3?
yes.
Yes, comes
Yeah.
inside. Then after that actually what? First row, second column. So that is what? 60.
60. Again
Then
incremented by 3.
incremented by 3. So first row, 3 is less than 3. Now comes out of the loop. So now it deletes it.
Okay.
Then after that, actually, what I value will be incremented to 2. 2 is less than 2. No. Comes out of the loop. So it printed me 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Got it? See now the same thing for integer. I is equal to 0 because I'm starting from 0. I is less than a dot length. That is the row length.
I plus plus.
Super. Then inner for loop.
Int j is equal to 0.
Correct. Int j is equal to 0.
Then j is the a of 0 dot length.
Correct. 0 dot length will get me the column length of the 0th
column well. Yeah. And j plus plus.
Yes.
CISO of a of.
CISO of a of
I
and
j of j. Sorry.
Got it, right? That's it. Now, if you run it, here I'll just print it. Prints me. Okay, I have not stored any values, right? That's the thing. I'll store the values here. A of 0th row, 0th column is equal to 10. A of
we cannot assign like 10, 20 and all.
For 2-dimensional array, we cannot do.
Yeah, we cannot. Yeah.
Only for single dimensional array, we can do that. This will be 0th row. First column, then second column. So, 0, 1, 2. Right click, run as Java application. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Got it? Any questions, Shailaja?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so you're able to understand this part?
Yeah, that was the main confusion for me, how it to take that value, right, while taking the rate. So now I understand.
Good. So now we will do a small change. Now I have printed actually what 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? Now I want you to print 10, 40, 20, 50, 30, 60. 10, 40, 20, 50, 30, and 60. Okay. So how to print this? Right. So how to print this? So for this, as usual, get the rows and then column information. So this should be I. This should be J. So based on this, get what is this? I means what? 0th row, 0th column. 40 means what? First row, 0th column.
0th column.
Then same thing.
0th column, 0th row, 1 column.
Correct. First row.
It is 1 row, first column.
Next is 30 is 0th row, second column. First row, second column.
Yeah, second column.
So now, where the loop starts, where the loop ends. Then here, where the loop starts, where the loop ends. Then which is a slower running loop? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. So this is a faster running loop. This is a slower running loop. So find this logic. Based on this, get me this actually what? For loop. Got it, right? You try this.
J will be outer loop, right? J will be outer loop.
Correct. J will be outer loop. Yes, correct. Because it's a slower running loop. Okay, so same concept. Get a paper and pen, then do this, then get me the for loop, and then send me in the chat window. Got it right?
Yeah.
Just give a
Yeah.
try, because then only you will be able to relate whether you have understood it properly or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we will try for 7 minutes. You try 9:25. We will again connect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shanti. 9:25. We will again connect. Hello. Hey, hi Shailaja. You're able to do it?
Yeah, I right.
Okay. Can you just send me in the chat window? We'll just see whatever you tried. Just give me a minute. I'm coming. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Can you send me? Yeah. Okay, we'll see this.
Mix, yeah. I used outer loop array J
Okay.
as J dot length.
Yes.
This A dot 0 dot length, and then increment.
Yeah. Let me paste it. What is this? Okay. So we'll see what is the output it's getting.
Yeah.
10, 40, 20, 50, 30, 60. 10, 40, 20, 50, 30, 60. Yes, correct. Hey, good. Good, Shailaja. So we will just see once again. So how we got this. Good one. Good try. So the first thing, we have to identify this logic. So whether it's increment or a decrement, it's a increment.
Yeah.
Then starts by where?
0.
0. Ends by
Ends by 1.
1. Then it's a slower running loop or a faster running loop?
It's a fast one.
Fast loop, correct. So fast loops always should be a
It should be out inner loop.
Inner loop. Because slow running loops are always outer loops.
Outer loops.
Yes. So then it's an increment or a decrement for J. It's a increment. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. It's incrementing. Starts by
0.
0. Ends by 2. Then after that, it's a fast loop or a slow loop?
It's a slow loop.
Slow loop. Slow loop means always it should be outer loop. That's it. If you find this logic, then getting the program is easier. Then for this, I will write the program here. So for integer, so outer loop is this one. So starts by 0, end by 2. I is equal to Z. Sorry, it is a J. Can you see it's J here? I will put here as J. J is equal to 0.
J less than array of length
Correct.
ref0. Yep.
So ends by 2. The column length is what actually what? 2 here.
Yeah.
0, 1, 2. So the column length, if I want, I can give A of 0 dot length. So that means the A dot length will be what? 3. Okay. So 1 to 3. So less than 3 is what? Till 2 it will be running. Then J plus plus. Then for integer I is equal to, for me, inner loop is this one. So starts by 0, end by 1. Then I is less than A dot length. Because till 1 I should run. So A dot length will be what? 1 and 2. So less than 2 is what? Till 1 it will be running. Then I plus plus. Then here, so now I should give over here A of I and J directly. When I give it over there, so it will be running, actually giving the information 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2. Like that it runs out. Got it right? See, when we started, the J value will be what? 0. Okay, so put over here J, and then here it is I. Okay, so here, so leave this one now, go for this, because outer loop is J, inner loop is I. So now when I come over there, so 0 is, so what is my A of 0 dot length? That is 3. Because column length is 3, row length is 2.
2.
Okay, so now J value is what? Initially it is 0. So 0 is less than 3. Yes, comes inside. I value is what? 0.
0.
Then after that, actually what? 0 is less than 2. Correct. A of I of J. So A of I of J is I is what? 0. J is what? 0. Okay.
10.
So now 0th row, 0th column. So the output is
10.
So here for understanding, I'll just put I and J. So I is what? 0. J is what? 0. So that will give me actually what? Output as
10.
10 here. So output, this is syntax. I'll just give simple. So then next is actually what? Inner loop actually what? Again increments. So I value will be what? Become as 1. Then 1 is less than 2. Yes, comes inside A of I and J. So A of I value is what? 1. J value is what? 0. So first row, 0th column. First row, 0th column. First row, 0th column is what? 40. So 40 will be printed for me here. Then I value will be incremented to 2. So once it, when it is incremented to 2, 2 is less than 2, no, comes out of the loop. Then it deletes. Got it right? It deletes the loop. Then next, J value will be incremented by
1.
1.
1 will be less than 3.
1 is less than 3? Yes, comes inside. Now I value will become as 0.
1.
It will run for 0, 1, and 2. So it will be actually what? A of
1 of
0, 1. A of 1 of 1.
1. A of 2.
No, that's it. When it comes to 2, it comes out of the loop.
Yeah.
Okay. So 0 through first column. 0 through first column is what? 20. Then first row, first column is what? 50. Okay. Then after that comes out of the loop. Then again, j value will be incremented to 2. 2 is less
2.
than 3.
Yeah.
Yes, comes inside. Then again it starts with 0,
0,
1,
1,
and 2 and comes out of the loop. So now it will be a of 0th row, second
row,
column.
2, second column.
Then a of,
Yeah. 1, first row,
yes, first row, then
second column.
second column. So that will be 0th row, second column, that is 30. Then first row, second column, that is 60.
60.
Got it, right?
And
So we
that's all.
got 10, 40, 20, 50, 30, 60 as expected. 10, 40, 20, 50, 30, 60. That's what we have done. Now you're clear with the how to find the logic, Salija? You're clear?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to give you assignment on the same thing. So same concept. I want you to get the output of all these steps.
Okay.
Okay. So reversal also is there. So 30, 20, 10, 60, 50, 40. The only thing is instead of increment, it should be decrement. Okay. The logic remains same. So if you know this logic, right, how to find it with this. First, you have to write it. Then building this for loop is so easier. Got it right?
But decrement is like length we have to take greater than that value, right?
Correct.
And then start decrementing with the value.
It should be greater than or equal to 0 here. It should come.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
Yeah. Then I minus.
Yes. So here, where the I should start, where the I should end. So I should be end actually what? It should be greater than or equal to 0 because index locations starts with 0.
Okay.
That's the thing. Got it right?
Yeah. I'll try.
Good. So make sure you try this because once you try this, right? So arrays concept will become more easier for you. That's it.
Yeah.
So, hey, good Shailaja. So with this, I'll stop for today. So we have seen for today for while loops, do while loops, and then arrays we have seen. So tomorrow, we'll, if everyone is there, we will connect with actually what the logic building. Otherwise, actually what we will go for some other topic, inheritance or something. Okay. Good.
Is both are off tomorrow?
Hello. Hello.
Robert and Hari used to join. Both are off tomorrow.
No. Actually, today Ari is not coming. Actually, but tomorrow also. He told this week he's not coming. Hopefully, Robert might be joining. I hope so.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Shailaja. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.